Hello and welcome to Bella's Crafty Cards. I'm Bella and today I'm going to be showing you how I made this centre stepper card. Okay, let's get started. If you watched my very first tutorial, I shown you how to make a side stepper card. Okay, now the measurements for this are virtually the same, only instead of having one section with a stepper on the other, you now have the two sections and the steppers are in the middle. So I'll just run through the measurements just in case you haven't seen it. Okay, you need a 28cm piece of card, and the best thing I can suggest you do is fold the whole thing in half. Okay, which then gives you your centre score mark. Okay, you then need to measure 5cm in from each end on the top and the bottom of your piece of paper. Okay, that gives you your side panels, and then your steppers are going to measure 2.5cm, 2.5cm, 4.5cm by 4.5cm, 7cm, leaving you the last one of 7cm. So I'll just run through them measurements again for you. You're going to score your first one at 2.5cm, then 5cm, which makes these two 2.5cm each. Your next one is going to be at 9.5cm, and then your centre fold, which makes each one of these two 4.5cm, and then from your centre score mark you're going to measure 7cm and score, and then it gives you 7cm to the end. Once you've done all your scoring, you then need to take your craft knife and go from your first score mark at your 5cm in up to your last score mark. Don't forget 5cm in. Okay, you need to cut that on the top and exactly the same for the bottom. So it's your first score mark at 2.5cm, but don't forget you've got your 5cm and the same on the other end. Okay, I've cut and scored mine. I'll just collect that for you. Okay, here's my piece now all cut and scored. Okay, we're now going to fold it. Your first one is going to be a mountain, it's going to be high. Your second one will be a valley because it's low. Your third one's a mountain, it's up. Your fourth one's a valley, and your last one is a mountain because it's up. Once you've done that, you need to crease them all well with your bone folder. Okay, if you don't have a bone folder, you can always use the back of a spoon, like so. Okay, so there you have your centre stepper card with two panels on either end and the steps in the centre. Okay, we're now going to decorate it. I have my pieces all pre-cut and ready for us, so I'll give you the measurements. You're going to need a piece of card the same colour as your base card, and that's going to measure 13.5cm by 11cm. You're going to need a piece of mirror card, and that's going to measure 13cm by 10.5cm. You're going to need a piece of patterned paper measuring 12cm by 9cm. You're going to need two patterned pieces of paper for your side panels measuring 13.5cm by 4 centimetres. You're going to need a piece of mirror card measuring 10.5 centimetres by 4 centimetres. You're going to need another piece of mirror card measuring 10.5 centimetres by 2 centimetres. And you're going to need a topper. You're going to need 2 pieces of ribbon. Okay, you're going to need some embroidery thread and some sentiments of your choice. Okay, let's put this card together. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of card, which is the same colour as your base card, and you're going to put some double-sided tape on it. You're going to stick it to the back piece of your last stepper, so it will stand up like so. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and do that. I have my double-sided tape on the back of my card. I'm now going to line this up so it touches the top and doesn't go higher. And it's level, and then I'm going to stick it into place. So it now looks like that. Okay. If you did miss my measurements for my pieces, I will put them all in the end for you. Okay, you're now going to take your mirror card, I'm going to put some tape on that. Okay, I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to only pull back some of the backing of the double side, go to the opposite end, and do the same on that. Okay, and now I'm going to line my card open, which this now allows me to line up this. You now take your backing off your double-sided tape. Okay. You're now going to put tape on the back of your pattern paper as well. And again, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take off the middle one. I'm going to part peel down the edge on this one, turn it around and do the opposite corner on this one. Make sure I have my pattern paper up the right way, and then I'm going to line that one up like so, then remove the backing. Now, my topper, all I'm going to do is just going to put some double-sided foam on the back, and I'm going to place that near the top but central of my backing paper. Okay, and there's that piece done. So when it's all folded together, that's what it will look like. Put some double-sided tape on my pieces of mirror board, and then this is going to be placed on the middle step. Should line it up, you can stick it down. Okay, then you're going to place your bottom one on the bottom step, which will now look. Okay, here you will put your sentiments, whatever you want to put, whether it be birthday, thinking of you, anything you want. Okay, I'm now going to do the decoration on the side panels. You're going to bring in a piece of your ribbon, okay, and and you're going to get your embroidery thread. Okay. And you're going to lay your embroidery thread down. Place your ribbon on the top, and you're just going to tie your embroidery thread in a knot, and then cut off your tails of your embroidery thread. Okay, once you've done that, you're going to bring a piece of your backing paper in, and you're going to lay it across it, and you're going to tape it down to the back. Turning it over just to make sure that it's still all lined up, and then taping the other. Okay, now go ahead and do that to your other panel as well. Once you have both your pieces attached to your pattern paper, you're going to stick them to your main card. Okay, I now have double-sided tape on the back of my backing paper, and I'm now going to attach it to my main card. And there we have it, it's our centre stepper card, all finished and decorated. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you soon.